single dad repaired a luxury car for a CEO, then she whispered his name from the past. The wrench slipped from his hand and clanged against the concrete floor. Armin froze, not because of the sound, but because of the whisper behind him. Armin. The voice was soft. Careful. As if afraid the name itself might break something. For a moment, the world narrowed to the smell of engine oil, the late afternoon sun cutting through the garage window, and the steady breathing of the little boy drawing cars with crayons near the door. Armin swallowed, wiped his hands on a rag, and turned around. The woman standing there wore a tailored navy suit, her posture sharp with authority. A CEO's posture. Confident. Unshakable. But her eyes, those hadn't changed. They carried the same uncertainty he remembered from years ago. Yes, he asked, pretending not to recognize her. The luxury sedan behind him gleamed like a mirror, its hood open, exposing a problem no one else could diagnose. She'd been told to replace half the engine. Armin had promised to fix it for a fraction of the cost. She took a step closer. You don't remember me, do you? He did. How could he not? But before he could answer, his son Leo looked up from the floor. Baba, is the car okay now? Armin smiled gently, kneeling beside him. Almost, champ. The woman's gaze softened. He's yours. My whole world, Armin replied. She nodded slowly, absorbing the truth he hadn't spoken aloud, that life had taken him somewhere far from boardrooms and bright futures. Somewhere quieter. Harder. As Armin returned to the engine, memories flooded back, two students dreaming of building something together, promises whispered under campus trees, and the day she left without looking back, chasing ambition, while he chose responsibility. The repair took hours. He worked with care, precision, and a patience learned from sleepless nights and school runs. When he finally closed the hood, the engine purred like it was new. It's fixed, he said simply. She stared at him, disbelief mixing with admiration. You could be running your own company. He shrugged. I already am. It's just smaller. She hesitated, then whispered again, this time louder, clearer. Armin. I'm sorry. The words hit harder than any wrench ever could. The car started smoothly. Perfectly, but neither of them moved. Outside, the city buzzed with ambition and noise, but inside the garage, time felt suspended, caught between what was lost and what might still be saved. I looked for you, she said finally. Years ago. You were gone. I had a son to raise, Armin replied. No bitterness. Just truth. Some choices don't leave room for explanations. She nodded, eyes glistening. I built everything I dreamed of. But somewhere along the way, I lost the person who believed in me before anyone else did. Leo walked over, tugging at Armin's sleeve. Baba, can we get ice cream? Armin smiled. If we're done here. She laughed softly, wiping a tear. I'll pay for it. No need, he said. This one's on me. As she stepped into her car, she paused. I don't know what tomorrow looks like, she admitted. But I know I don't want to pretend today didn't happen. Armin met her gaze. Neither do I. The car drove away, but something stayed behind. Hope, fragile yet real. Armin locked up the garage, holding his son's hand as they walked toward the fading sunlight. For the first time in years, the past didn't feel like a burden. It felt like a door, and just before the screen fades to black, ask yourself, was this meeting fate, or a second chance waiting all along? The black luxury car returned 3 days later. Armin knew it before he saw it, by the way the garage went quiet, by how his heart skipped as if it remembered before his mind allowed it to. Leo was lining up toy cars near the door when the familiar engine sound stopped outside. Baba, Leo said, peeking out, the shiny car is back. Armin closed his eyes for half a second. She stepped out, not in a sharp suit this time, but in simple clothes, jeans, a light sweater, no armor. The CEO had left her title in the car. What walked into the garage was just a woman carrying years of unfinished words. I hope I'm not interrupting, she said. You're not, Armin replied, though his chest felt tight. Is there a problem with the car? She shook her head. No. It's perfect. Then, quietly, I think the problem was never the car. Leo walked up to her, curious. Are you Baba's friend? She knelt to his level, smiling through emotion. I was, a long time ago. Leo studied her seriously. Do you like ice cream? Armin almost laughed. I love it, she answered. That evening, the three of them sat on a small bench outside a roadside ice cream stall. Leo chatted endlessly, sticky fingers waving in the air, while Armin and her exchanged glances filled with things unsaid. I never told you why I left, she said at last. Armin listened. I was scared, she admitted. Scared that loving you would slow me down. Scared that choosing us meant losing myself. Her voice broke. But I lost myself anyway. Armin looked at Leo, laughing freely, alive because of every sacrifice. I was scared too, he said. Scared I wouldn't be enough for you, for life. But when Leo was born, fear stopped mattering. She nodded, tears falling now. You became everything. I became successful and lonely. Silence settled, not heavy, but honest. I'm not here to reopen wounds, she said quickly. I don't want to disrupt your life. Armin met her eyes. Life doesn't break when you tell the truth. It breaks when you hide from it. Leo jumped down. Baba, can she come again tomorrow? Both adults froze. Armin smiled softly. We'll see, champ. She stood up, hope trembling in her breath. I'll come back, only if you want me to. Armin didn't answer immediately. He watched the city lights flicker on, felt the past finally loosen its grip. Come back, he said. Slowly. Carefully. Like fixing an engine that matters. She smiled through tears. Some things don't need to be rushed. Some things, like trust, like family, are rebuilt one careful moment at a time. And for the first time, Armin didn't feel like a man left behind. He felt like a man finally moving forward. The rain started without warning. It drummed against the tin roof of the garage, turning the air cool and heavy. Armin stood by the workbench, tightening a bolt, while Leo slept on a small cot in the corner, his chest rising and falling in peaceful rhythm. The door creaked open. She stepped inside, shaking rain from her hair, holding 2 cups of tea. I remembered, she said softly. You always hated coffee at night. Armin paused. That memory, small, intimate, landed harder than grand apologies ever could. Thank you, he said, taking the cup. They sat in silence, the rain speaking for them. Then she finally said it, the sentence she'd been carrying like a weight. I've been offered a position overseas. Bigger than anything I've ever done. Armin didn't look at her. He already knew what that meant, but, she continued, voice trembling, this time, I don't want to decide alone. He turned to her then. I can't uproot Leo's life, he said gently. His school. His friends. His stability. I know, she whispered. And I wouldn't ask you to. Her eyes searched his. So I said no. The word hung in the air. Armin stared at her. You turned it down. I spent my life choosing ambition over people, she said. This time, I choose differently, even if it scares me. Leo stirred, rubbing his eyes. Baba. Armin crossed the room and lifted him. I'm here. She watched them, tears shining. I don't want to replace anyone, she said quietly. I just want to be present, if you'll let me. Armin looked at his son, then back at her. Presence is everything, he said. But it comes with patience. I have all the time in the world, she replied. That night, as the rain slowed and the city breathed again, they stood at the garage door, 3 lives at a crossroads, not rushing, not running, just choosing, because sometimes, the bravest decision isn't chasing the future, it's staying to build one.